Underage drinking is not an unheard of phenomenon on the African continent. Since time immemorial, African societies have been using alcohol to bring people together. More recently, however, it has also been used as a form of escapism, to escape reality. I'm joined by Peter Mwaura, whose story from grass to grace is unlike anything you've ever heard. Peter Mwaura, thank you so much for joining me on Unscripted.
Thank you for having me.
So let's go back in time. 14 years old, you're having your first drink. You're, of course, still living at home. A lot of people try to make money when they're younger because they want to get sneakers, they want to get books.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you want to get a cell phone. But what were you trying to get money for at that age?
Just for having a good time, getting all the things that you see other people wearing and wish you had. So over time, I met a friend of mine who by mistake got me into selling drugs, which I didn't know at the time. I was a bit slow. On a bad day, would put 2,000 shillings in my pocket. I would always hang out with the in crowd, even people who were on TV, you know. Life was good. Get all the girls, yeah.
What was your rock bottom?
I actually got this car. I was walking down a hill, there was a pothole. I tripped, I cut my vein, I went to hospital, and I was telling the doctor to give me anesthetic. And then he couldn't because I was intoxicated. And I kept on telling him, oh, you know, I'm a pilot, oh, you should respect me. And the next day when I woke up, my mom came and told me, I realized that you stopping to fly really affected you. Because you see, when you take many bad incidences or things are cut out of your life, they just build up and you get into a state of self-destructiveness and all that, yeah.
When did you know that you were addicted? A lot of people don't ever get to that point. They say, no, I just like my drink. What's 2 or 3 beers or what's 2 or 3 glasses?
No, the people who have a problem know they have a problem. And we'll even joke about it, because I used to joke and say, hey, you guys, let's go for an AA meeting after this drink, you know, make a joke out of it. And inside I really wanted to change, but I was powerless.
Where did you get the power from?
I remember I went for drinks with my big sister, who had just come from the States, and when she saw the way I was throwing them back, the next day she just told me, hey, do you think you have a problem? I was like, yes, I do. Would you like help? I'm like, no problem. So she told me she would pay for me rehab. And I said, yeah, I would love that. But in my mind, I was like, somehow I'll get that money and the party will continue. So I went to rehab. I actually drove myself there. And even my counselor at the time told me he's never seen that. Because most of the people, and I saw this firsthand, were either brought in a police car or brought like a goat,
Against
you know,
their will.
against their will, tied up, because it's absolute denial. Yeah. So when I got there, my plan was to let the dust settle at home, you know, show them I'm making a change. And when I get out, I'll just revert back to my old habits, but without people seeing. But somewhere along the line, I got caught up. I started listening to what the counselors were saying and understanding that this is actually a disease.
I'm sure that there have been times when you wanted to have that drink. When you look at alcohol, do you ever say, oh, just one, I'll be good about it, I'll just have the one?
It's good you said that, because sometimes the cravings still come until today, and this is 8 years later. Cravings will always be there. But right now, because I have kids, I can't afford to go down that road, because I won't just be hurting myself, I'll be hurting them and giving them daddy issues. Yes.
Talk to me about your transformation. You've been able to transition from your past life, and now you're an upcoming DJ. When you go out to DJ,
Yeah.
you're faced with the same life that you had to give up.
I believe in looking at the devil in the eye. I believe when you go out, you shouldn't lose money, you should make money. And the funny thing is, people, like when I have a really good session, I remember one guy came and gave me a famous bottle of famous grouse. And I was like, thank you. I turned around and sold it.
Oh, you made money for it?
Yes.
Finally, Peter, can you tell me, can you paint a real picture of what life after rehab has been like for you?
You know, people have this idea that when you stop drinking and get your life on track, everything will be a fairy tale and life will be beautiful, stars, roses, but that's not the truth. When you stop drinking, life will be as harder than that utopia you are living in. Sometimes you won't get money, sometimes you won't get jobs. People will still annoy you, but the thing is, it's staying on top. You know, don't let anyone shake your center. Don't justify going back to the drink. That's why I insist on getting a hobby. That thing that will occupy that time. Call it your safe zone. Yeah.
Peter Mwaura, thank you so much for sharing your story on Unscripted. Thank you very much for tuning in to Unscripted this week. I hope to catch you on the next episode. Until then, ciao.